What's up, guys? Welcome to another video of Dev Talks, where we talk about everything engineering and technology with your host Travian. In this video, we're actually going to be diving into some news that I saw, and we got to cover it because BYD has been making great strides in the EV market, unfortunately. But apparently, there's some news about a 5-minute superchargers. So without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate it, and let's dive in.
Madeline, you have the insights into this industry. How significant is this BYD claim then of a 5-minute charge for the industry?
Yes, so BYD have announced that their newest EV platform is going to be capable of charging at up to 1 megawatt of power, which is really an unprecedented jump forward for the passenger vehicle market. That higher peak power is one of the elements facilitating these charging times that are comparable to petrol refueling. And if we compare it to what else is on the market, that's more than 4 times the peak power that a Tesla Model Y can pull. Wow. And in China, even premium trims on something like the Xiaomi SU7, which has been touted for its fast.
I didn't know that the Taycan. So, fun fact: I actually learned when you go to get a Porsche Taycan, they actually recommend you not to use the Tesla chargers. But this was years ago when I really went into and asked them about the information on it. And mind you, it could be just so you can buy their own stuff, but it was because certain reasons with the charging can mess up the battery and whatnot, so they wanted you to use their own so that the battery can be better alive and whatnot. So I actually didn't know it was because Porsche's deals with more power basically, and they're able to pull in more power to draw to be able to be charged, and BYD is killing it up there. I wonder why Tesla hasn't upgraded it. And the biggest problem that currently exists is how fast charging is. It's not as quick as getting gas. You're not in and out in a couple of minutes. You're there for half an hour at least. It takes a really long time to really charge up a battery, especially when you're low and using a charger. I've been there. I've had the experience of it. Now, cost effectively, I don't call it costing that much to really charge your car at these stations, but when it came to how long it took forever. So if BYD's out here charging stuff better and can charge your car in their cars in 5 minutes, you don't understand how insane that actually is. It is absolutely insane, and it's way more convenient. And what are people going to pay for? Convenience. They're already making cheaper vehicles on the market. They just passed Tesla in sales in the previous year. So the next thing that they have to beat everybody in is convenience. And if you are way more convenient than your competitor, especially with Teslas being sold in China as well, if it's way more convenient just to get BYD and charge them like your regular car, then in the same amount of time, then that's what people are going to do.
Fast charging capabilities have a peak power of around 500 kilowatts. So BYD really has crushed its competition on this peak power point. But to charge at that speed, you need to be connected to a charger capable of delivering 1 megawatt of power. And that doesn't exist in the public network at present. So BYD have announced in China they're going to build 4,000 of their megawatt flash charging stations. The first of those are going to be ready as soon as next month, which really highlights the pace at which they're moving with this technology. But that isn't going to touch the sides of China's 3.6 million public chargers that is already installed and can't necessarily deliver this power. Probably also worth flagging, you need to be plugging in a very low state of charge to pull that megawatt of power and achieve these really super fast charging speeds. And drivers probably won't feel comfortable with that initially, at least. Okay. So there is going to be a discrepancy between what BYD have announced these vehicles are capable of and the reality of what drivers see on the road.
Just briefly, what does it mean for competition with Tesla and GM then?
So this is a step change for EVs, and certainly this technology is much faster than anything else on the market. But in China, EVs are competing on more than just price, more than just charging speed. So price is a big differentiator in China. Drivers are thinking about autonomous features, and this technology isn't going to be available in Europe and the US initially. So automakers do have some breathing room while this filters through, but it certainly raises the question as to what that next generation of EV charging technology looks like.
Okay. So basically exactly what I said earlier, as far as, hey, price is another thing that's going to go into it, and the convenience factor of it makes it large. Now, there's an asterisk that she said that I was unaware of, that I wanted to dive into, is what does your battery percentage have to be at to be able to draw that much electricity and charge? Because obviously you can't do it at 80%, plug it in and be in and out. No, you can't do that with electric vehicles. Actually, if you guys didn't know, when you go to charge up your EVs, you have to charge it up to 80%. So what she's saying is the people being uncomfortable about is getting their batteries low enough to be able to use these charging stations because of how powerful they are and how much energy that they're going to be putting into the vehicle and whatnot, since they need to be significantly low and be at a specific threshold. Now, one way that you get rid of this uncomfortability is have them everywhere. Like last minute, you need to have these chargers everywhere. One of the main reasons why EVs took a long time, I believe, for people to pick them up, and especially in certain states that weren't filled in cities, was that, hey, there might not be a charger station around. What if I get stuck? What if I get stranded? What happens this, and that? There's a lot of different things that could potentially happen that people were worrying about. So now if they're going to be sitting here like, hey, if I want to be in and out and be more efficient with my driving and use these chargers that will get me in and out, I have to be on a significantly low battery, which could potentially stall my car out to stop because there's no charge in my battery. So my car can potentially die, and there's a threshold for it. So are you going to be comfortable driving your car until it's almost empty? I mean, there's people who do that with gas, but here's the thing about gas. There's a gas station everywhere. There's a gas station half a mile from your house, probably. Closer than that. Who knows? There's gas stations everywhere, so it's a lot more convenient. So people feel comfortable doing that. Now, for electric vehicles, is there going to be an EV charging station that's close? Who knows? It probably isn't. And they're going to run into a lot of these issues, like especially getting it that far. They don't know where they can be at, and they still want to be able to use them. So they have to be able to build them quickly. That's why they said they wanted to start getting them up in the next month and try to build out throughout the whole entire country by then, and then do that in their own country. They're doing it in their own country and keeping it in their own country until they can expand upon it. And that's just what they're going to do. They're going to gatekeep it. They're going to keep it in that sense. And we are electric vehicle companies, especially in Tesla. Tesla is the main one for every EV brand in America for the most part. There's a few other like EV charging places like EVgo and stuff like that, but Tesla is the main one that a lot of people bring their EVs to, especially like the Rivians and all the other ones. You have to plug them up differently because you have to pull in differently into the spots, and they made them compatible to all these other electric vehicles so that more people besides Tesla owners can use them. At that point, there's a lot of different stuff that they have to now, since you guys pretty much, being Tesla, has the monopoly in America. The thing that they're going to really have to do is figure out how to speed up this charging, because I don't have all the time in the day to be waiting to charge my car. I'm sorry. I cannot invest in that because the car does not invest in my time. The only way it would make sense is to be able to park it somewhere and leave it there and then come back because I have business or whatever going on in that particular location. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I can't wait to hear what all you guys have to say. If you want to request anything, send me an email at devtalkspod@gmail.com. And also follow my personal channel. Just dropped a book review on a book, How to Take Smart Notes. It's really good. I have a bunch of series coming to my personal channel real soon. Be sure to check it out. Links in the description also. And if you want to see more videos like this one, should be popping up right about now. Further along, peace. See y'all next time.